Hello, Scarefest fans. It's Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly with another horror movie review. Hard to be really scary if you got an old crow medicine show hat on. But that's beside the point. This week, I wanted to do something other than Stephen King, but I don't know if you've noticed, there's several Stephen King horror films that have come out in the last few months. Not my fault. This one is called In the Tall Grass. Now, I actually haven't read the novella that it's based on, which was written by him and his son, Joe Hill, Joe King. I've met him, he's a very nice guy. And I didn't know a lot about it, but here's why I was excited. Other than Stephen King, it was written and directed by a guy named Vincenzo Natali. Now, you may not know who that is, and that's okay. That's the cool thing about the way I review these things, or at least that's the way I like to do it. He's a director who gave me two of my favorite, well, one good film and one of my favorite films. One of them being Cube. If you've ever saw the original Cube, he directed that. And to talk about how creative he is because they only had the one cube and to switch it around is amazing to me. But he also gave us another film that most people have never seen, and I highly recommend it, with Adrian Brody, called Splice. Splice is a fantastic film with a wonderful character arc of both of the main characters. Now, that's not about this particular movie. I just want you to go out and see Splice. He also directed several episodes of the Hannibal series, which I also love. Here's what In the Tall Grass is about. You can get it on Netflix. You can watch it. It's not in the movie theater. That's where it came out on, Netflix. And hopefully most of you have Netflix accounts. In the Tall Grass is about this young woman who's pregnant and this young man, whom we later find out is her brother, are driving through, could be anywhere, Kansas, stop at an old church. They get out. There's tall grass, and they hear a little boy screaming, begging for help. And then they decide to investigate. And think Twilight Zone and Stephen King, and you're almost there because everything goes to hell. There's another family that plays into this. The father, Patrick Wilson, famous actor, they get in there as well. Well, the less I tell you, the better you are. And if you're looking for an explanation of why the tall grass is the way it is, or how you kind of get a slightly, not so much, not giving too much away, happy ending that isn't probably as well earned as it should be, well, I can't help that. But I do recommend, if you have Netflix, to check In the Tall Grass because I liked it quite a bit. Now, did I love it? No. Is it the best thing I've ever seen? No. Is it the best movie by Vincenzo Natali? No. That's called Splice. We already talked about that, remember? But this is a good movie. It's very enjoyable to watch on Netflix on an afternoon. What is it you kids do? You Netflix and chill, and that's just where you sit around and watch Netflix and chill, right? Well, Netflix and chill while In the Tall Grass is playing on your TV boxes. This has been Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week with another spooky review. I'll stop with the bullshit. Thanks.